Give a big round of applause, Mr. Jerome.
That is a special individual is an understatement. You guys agree? Yeah. And I thank God, Cameron, for because Cameron, you saved me, brother. You know, it's been a year and a half now, and I was searching, I was looking, knowing that I had to do something else. And because of the relationship that me and this brother had, because of that relationship, because there were so many people that was trying to get me to go to so many different places, but because of the relationship, and we built a great relationship at our previous company, and then seeing the results of Cameron Core, brother, we landed at the right place. Thank you for that.
Amen. Thank you.
Hey, I'm going to take some time today, and I want to talk about recharge. I'm going to talk about some of the things that we need to do in our business truly to take the business to the next level. But before I do that, how many people that we have in the room today that's probably, this is your first network marketing venture, first, second, okay, a few people. A couple guys here. Okay. Here's what I want to do first. I'm going to give you guys my story. The way that I entered the industry of network marketing, because some of you, it's gonna help your belief system. You're gonna see at the end of my presentation, you know, the next time Cedric Harris is up and he's talking about people in front of the room and they're not that sharp, he's really talking about me. I hope he never called my name, but you know. Yeah, he called your name. But guys, it's been about 25, 26 years ago, my first network marketing business. And I still remember that like yesterday, okay? I remember getting off work one day, and I was working at Piggly Wiggly. Are y'all with me? And I was getting off work, and I remember the store manager saying to me, this is 4 o'clock, and how he's saying to me, Jerome, at 7 o'clock, I need you to be at my home. He didn't ask me. He was basically demanding that at 7 o'clock that he wanted me at his home. I just got up at 4 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, I'm not hearing that. What do you think I was, Howard? I was at his home. Are y'all with me? And while I was there, you know, these guys started putting circles on the board. They was talking about all the money. They was drawing the zeros. And they was talking about all the money that I was going to make in that company. And I didn't believe one word that they were saying. And one of the reasons why is because my mentality would not allow me to believe that I can earn that type of money. Are y'all with me? But thank God these guys had a demonstration box. And from this demonstration box, it was R30 insulation on one side, and it was a product called Radiant Barrier. Looked just like aluminum foil on the opposite side. Matter of fact, the astronauts used to use this product, you know, in the space shows, okay, in the event of a fire where they won't burn up. And you take this particular product, Radiant Barrier, and you put it in your attic, okay? And in the summertime, it propelled the heat out of your home, and in the wintertime, it kept the heat in your home. So from this demonstration box, there was 2 thermometers. And you could see that this Radiant Barrier was outperforming the R30 insulation. Are y'all with me? Mm-hmm. And they was talking about all the money that I could save by having this Radiant Barrier. There was one problem, ladies. I was there. I was excited. I really wanted to buy that product that night. Had no interest in the business, but my wife was not with me that day. Are y'all with me? That's my wife here. Stand up for that. She wasn't with me that day. But then all of a sudden I remembered something that my wife told me prior to us getting married. She said, Jerome, you would absolutely, positively always be the boss in our household, as long as I'm not with you. So that particular day, I was the head man in charge. I was able to make a decision. So I bought the product that day, and I'm back at Piggly Wiggly, and I'm cutting meat, and I'm talking to Herschel Walker. Some of the guys, you remember Herschel Walker used to play football? I'm talking to his first cousin. He used to come in and pick up the bone dust. And I'm telling him how well this particular product is performing in my home. And he said, Jerome, one day you're gonna have to come to Wrightsville and show that. But it's just two guys. It's just two guys talking. I'm never going to Wrightsville. All of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, Joe, this guy called me up, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, where my wife remembered it well. And he insisted that I come to Wrightsville that particular day, that particular night. I was like, no, no, no. He insisted. I was there in my house with a pair of jeans on, shirt, you know, paint all over it, right? I took that T-shirt off, wore those jeans to go see my buddy, get to Wrightsville, Georgia, and there were 7 people in a trailer, in a mobile home. 7 people. And Larry said to me, Jerome, show the presentation. I said, okay. I hooked the demonstration box up and I said, look. Oh, no, that was the presentation. Look. Here, from off the one, from off the two, look. Those guys got so excited. I mean, they live in a trail. They wanted some comfort, right? They got so excited, each and every one of them wanted the product. They said, we want to buy it tonight. How many people did I sell that night? 0. See, I didn't buy into the business. I didn't buy the business. I just bought the product. I bought the product. I didn't buy into the business, right? And so that next day, I called this guy named Phil Davis. Phil Davis is a multi-millionaire. This is the guy that was over my store manager home that was showing the presentation. Many of you all use this product today. You know when you go to the grocery store and you buy pork chop, chicken, beef, you know that white pad that's actually under the meat? The guy out of Macon, Georgia invented that. Multi-millionaire, Phil Davis. So I called Phil Davis up and I said, hey, I have 7 people in Wrightsville, Georgia that want to buy this product. He said, Jerome, they just pulling your leg. He said, I'm going to prove it to you. I said, how are you going to do that? He said, I'm going to come by your home, I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to go to Wrightsville tomorrow. I said, you sure you want to do that? He said, what do you mean? See, at that time, I was living, Howard, and they get them. At nighttime, they was still the get, so just go. So Phil Davis, he come and he picked me up, and we go to Wrightsville, Georgia. But instead of saying, look, Phil Davis put on a presentation. He put on a presentation, and every single person buy the product that night. And you buy the product depending on the square footage of your home. And there was a thermometer that also went with it. So these people was buying, and we're back now going to Macon, Georgia. And like Cedric said, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm thinking, wait a minute, Bill, how many people did you sell tonight? How much money are you going to make from these sales? Phil says somewhere in the neighborhood of about $2,400. I said, man, you making that tonight? You guys got to remember, I was cutting meat for a living, okay? And this guy's talking about making $2,400 that night. So I asked Phil, hey, look, you know, I introduce you to these people. Can you break a brother off? You know, can you just hook a brother off? Okay, right? So Phil said to me, he said, Jerome, if you pay the other part of, you know, to get into business, 80+% of that money would be yours. Not being the sharpest tool in the shed, but I could subtract $250 from $2,400 and know that I would be doing quite well. Are y'all with me? So that night, we're driving down in his car. This is about 25 years ago. How many people in this room had a cell phone 25 years ago? There were a few, right? Phil Davis had a cell phone in his car. It was this big, but he had a cell phone. Right? So I call up my wife, and I tell my wife, baby, I am going to quit my job at Piggly Wiggly. And that's what she, what's your name? What's your name? Shirley, that's what my wife did. She started smiling, laughing at me on the phone, hurt my feelings. The next day, I called my father, and I told my father that I was going to quit my job. I was going to, you know, up until last year, my father was the best barber in the world. He passed last year in July. And, you know, he's my barber, do a pretty good job, right? My father encouraged me to move forward. People, for the next couple of weeks in that business, or in the next couple of weeks, you know how much money I made? 0. See, I didn't have Phil Davis with me anymore. And I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision that I was going to A, crawl back to Piggly Wiggly and beg for my job, or B, start treating the business like a business. Are y'all with me? Yes. This is a business that we use. So I said every single day, Monday through Saturday, I'm going to make sure that I have 10 appointments every day. And when I say I have 10 appointments, I'm going to go see 10 people every single day, and I'm going to show them this business. You guys wouldn't believe this. My first 30 days, I had 100%. It was 100%. 100%. I know y'all don't believe it. Not one person joined my business. Nobody. I mean, that's 100% failure. Are y'all with me? Nobody joined the business. Zero. Zero. The following month, I was able to get 1 out of 10. Then I got to the point where I was getting 2 out of 10, and then 5 out of 10. And every time I presented, it was a little bit better, and I had more success. And I started thinking about that when I was a child. As a child, I used to love to dance. You see how Cedric was up there partying? Now, back in the day, I would have really took him to school. But anyway, I remember that I used to go and I used to love to dance. But there was a problem, because when I used to ask the ladies to dance, I used to get no. See, I wasn't one of these good-looking guys like Howard, so all the ladies would say no. And at the end of the night, somebody felt sorry for me. They finally said yes, so I would date. Right? It kind of reminded me when I was asking my wife to marry me. I was asking her to marry me, and I was walking away just knowing I was going to get a no, and she said yes. And I said, hey, don't tell your parents about it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Are y'all ready? Now, my point that I'm making with that is that the people that make the most money are the ones that's going to get the most no's. The more no's you get, the more money you're going to make in this business. People, you can't build this business worried about what your neighbors think, what your family members think, what your co-workers think, what your church members think. You got to have a desire. You got to have a goal. You got to have a reason why you're building this business. And we call it, if your why is strong enough, if your why will make you cry, you will build this business. And I've been in the business now 1.5 years, Brent. Brent talked about that, right? But in the last couple of months is when the business have just jumped all over me. And why do I say that? Because that last year, me and Karen, we had some excuses. Hey, we need this, we need that. The complication is too complicated. We don't have a sampling program. We need coffee. We need the water product in a powder form. The company say, okay, check this. So what's next? And people, I attended this year's convention. And while I was at that convention, I saw people having major success. But my team wasn't having the level of success that I knew that my team should be having. And I looked in the mirror and I knew that the person's blame was only me. I couldn't point my finger at anyone on the team outside of looking at Jerome. So I want to take the next 10 minutes or less, and I want to talk about recharge. And I'm going to talk about, Brent don't know this, but I'm going to talk about double recharge. No, Brent, I don't mean double recharge, so I'm going to give my double product. I mean that, how many people have been in this business for at least 6 months, 8 months? You guys more so than the new people, you have to do a double recharge. You got to recharge the way that you're thinking, especially about the business. You got to recharge your goals. You got to recharge why you are in the business. And if you do that first, and you have that burning desire to know that this facility here, there's going to be hundreds, there's going to be thousands of people that's going to come through this center. There's going to be people that have never heard about Evolv that's going to wind up being visionary ambassador, hope ambassador, and they could be in your organization if you make that decision to recharge. Are you all right? Yeah. The second thing is, if you're in this business, whether you've been in 6 months, you've been in a year, or you just joined this week, people, we have something that I haven't seen in the industry of network marketing. We have something that if you simply, I made it my goal since February that every single month I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get a recharge. Now, what's a recharge? A recharge is every time you bring 3 people into this business, but every 3, whether you bring them in at $4.99 or $9.99, the company is going to provide you with samples. If you're bringing them in at $4.99, you're going to get $125 worth of free samples every month. The $9.99, $250 are free samples every month. Every month. Now, why am I so excited about that? Because now you don't have to hesitate on who you're giving your samples to. See, when those samples come in, if you don't care, if those samples coming in, you should have a list of people already before the samples get there who you're going to mail them out or hand these samples to. And then the key is follow-up. You have, because see, if you're handing out the samples, there's going to be a percentage of those people, and it's going to be a smaller percent. That's the reason I say the people that you get the most no's going to make the most money. There's going to be some people, they're going to see the vision, and they're going to become your business partners. Some of these individuals are simply going to become customers. But stay with me for a minute. Let's say if it's your goal to get a recharge every single month. So that means that you're going to bring 3 people into your business every single month. If you do that, Steve, times 12, how many people join your business? How many people did you personally enroll over the course of a year?
36.
36. 36, so you have 36 business partners, right? You have 36 people that have the same goals, same desires that you have, right? Wrong. Let's say out of those 36 people that you bring in, because you can bring 36 in, and if you're doing what Howard is doing, I mean, because he's triple charging, I mean, he and Michelle with me. So now, let's say that the average person, though, Tom, you bring in 36. Out of those 36, let's say 3 of those 36 are serious. They're serious about this business. They want to build this business. Their desire may be even greater than your desire. Are y'all with me? And now those 3 people, they get a recharge every month. All 3 of them, they get a recharge. And each one of them have 3 people that's serious. Everybody is bringing in 36 in a year's time, but each person just going to have 3, believe it. Just 3 that's going to get serious about this business. That's how you take a business from 0 people on your team. In the last company, total, I have about 130,000 people that come through my business. 33,000 was active at one given time, but it was still duplication. But I can't go out and ask you to get a recharge if I'm not recharging myself. So when it comes to leadership, you need to look in the mirror and you need to be the example. You need to make sure that your goal, it should be one of your number 1 goals, is to make sure you get a recharge, because me and Cameron are going to be hitting Brent up, and we're going to say, hey, Brent, when people have received a recharge for 6 months in a row, what are you going to do for us? Hey, Brent, when people have had a recharge for 12 months in a row, what are you going to do, Brent? Are you going to whip them?
Yeah.
Let Brent know we're going to be asking. What are you going to do, Brent? So people, in closing, here's what I'm saying. We are on our way to our wealthy place. But that is a journey. And on that journey, there's going to be twists. There's going to be turns. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be haters that's going to get in your way. And because of that, we can't afford to take no wimps, no whiners on this journey. People, we are looking for some winners. And if you see yourself as being one of those winners, we're going to see you at the top, at the very top, at the tip top. Thank you.
Yeah. Woo.